Hi, it's Christopher Walker here from Closely Observed English. I'm here at Proper Coffee in Bielsko. It's a great place for a cappuccino. I've actually already finished mine. What I want to talk about very briefly this morning is the problem with Google Translate. Now you see, quite recently I had an argument with one of my students. It was a silly argument. She'd used a word in her writing that I didn't believe existed, but she was very certain, she was adamant that she was right. The word that she'd found was addictable. She wanted to explain something about the problem with drugs, and she wanted to say that they were very addictable substances. She had this idea for the word, and she went to Google Translate, translated the word addictable into Polish, and lo and behold, the word existed in Google Translate. Now, of course, the word, as you know, is addictive. We talk about an addictive substance. So what happened? Why did Google Translate mislead her? Well, it helps if we first go back to Google itself. And if you type in a word like addictable, which doesn't exist, Google will automatically assume that you meant something else, and it will say so. It will say, underneath your search result, did you mean addictive? And it will show you the results for these different, for the word. Dictionary results, ways to use it, everything like that. Now the problem with Google Translate is it does the same thing, but it doesn't tell you. So if you make a spelling mistake when you put an English word in and you check it in your language, it won't correct that spelling mistake for you and tell you you're wrong. So if you're making notes in your notebook, you'll end up recording a mistake. Likewise, a word such as addictable just doesn't exist. Google Translate will automatically assume you meant addictive, and it will show you the translation for that word instead. So you'll end up, like my student, firmly believing that you had a word. You had it right. Google Translate proved it. But this is the problem with things like Google Translate. It's too clever for its own good. So my recommendation is use it with caution. Continue to do research about new words. Check in the main part of Google. Go to Google Images to see if the pictures match. Do closer searches to find examples of authentic use of these words, just to make sure. And if you're interested in building your word power, don't forget that I've got a great book out there for you called 66 Lessons for Autodidacts. It's a book all about vocabulary and building your word power. You'll find the link to it in the description below. So until next time, cheers.